episode 4.
They said it would never last.
Speaking. Yes, a month in, dude. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
4 podcasts in. Definitely still brand new in this game.
Yep. Like
Most
this morning,
definitely.
trying to figure out what the heck we were going to talk about today.
Yeah. But we're here.
yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Let's do it live.
We're doing it live. No take 2. Just take 1 and let it happen.
Yeah, so it's December 11th, Wednesday, December 11th. We're getting close here to Christmas. We're right in the thick of the holiday season. I just saw some funny meme about there's this guy on Instagram. Dang, I wish I knew his handle so I could shout him out. But there's this guy, and he was like talking about how you can't just say like it's the holiday season for like the month. He's like, no, you can't just drink beers at 2:00 and just chalk it up to the holiday season. You can't just do this. He's like, the holiday season is maybe December 24th. The holidays are December 24th to January 2nd when you go back to work, maybe the 3rd. You don't just get 6 weeks of being a degenerate.
Yeah, but nobody, like once January 2nd hits, it's like everyone's back in the gym and
for sure,
doing carnivore and eating nothing. But no, everything that
3 days.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. And then January 15th hits. The second Friday of January is probably when everyone falls off the wagon, would be my guess. I bet if we looked up the statistics or did a poll, that it would be the second Friday in January. Everything I keep seeing is that sounds like a 2025 problem. Like my manager comes in and asks me to do something, and it's I'll get to that next year kind of a thing. Dude,
that's what it is.
When I look at my inbox for work, I'm just like, I really need to get to this stuff, but like, that's a big project that I don't know that I want to start.
Yeah. So. It's crazy. Like we had mentioned last time, like just figuring out this time of year, especially in our industries and, dealing with things being slower and how that affects like your mental and, how you're spending your time during this time, which is crazy because obviously you want to work and you want to make money and you want to be busy, but I just find that this time of year, it's more, there's other things that just can be done. And instead of like groveling in the fact that like,
you don't have anything
to do, like now's a good time to like do stuff around the house, do like house chores, stuff that you've been putting off for the last 6 months. Like even just like realizing that now is a great time to spend time with your kids, be with your wife, like be present in the moment. Like work is always going to be there.
Right.
There's always going to be something that has to be done. So just kind of finding a little bit of peace in knowing that like this is the season that we're in right now and being okay with that and knowing that things will pick back up. Yeah. That's been a hurdle for me for sure.
For sure. I think the biggest thing that I notice is not having like a big to-do list every day.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a million things to do when you have kids, right? That something is always someone needs to go to this person's house, or there's this event happening, or school or homework or whatever it is. There's always things to be done. But when I wake up and I'm thinking, okay, what do I actually have to do today for my job? Like what is required of me today?
Yeah.
And if there's nothing on that list, sometimes I don't know, it just triggers something in my brain where it's okay, well, shouldn't I have more to do?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, though. And I feel like a lot of people are realizing this, especially since like post-COVID too, where everybody got to like work from home. I just feel in this next, especially as our kids get older and stuff, like this generation of like being in an office 10 hours a day, like I just don't know that that's suitable or sustainable. Obviously there's industries and companies that can do that, but I think what a lot of these companies saw when sending their employees home and letting them work from home, and then you can log into your computer and work 2 or 3 hours a day when normally you'd be sitting at your desk for 8 to 10 hours a day, getting up to go to the bathroom in the water fountain for
Except
30
that's
minutes
when-
at a time.
Yeah, that's when
the
people
water cooler
invented those mouse programs that move your mouse every 15 minutes. Yeah.
Well, there's pros and cons, because I feel like being in the office environment, you get a lot out of it. Like that's kind of been a little bit of a struggle for me here, moving to Reading and staying with my brokerage in Orange County. So I'm doing things online a little bit more and not having that physical presence with my coworkers and people. Rookie mistake, dude. Rookie mistake. This show's 4 episodes in. Guy's phone's going off. Didn't put it on.
Sorry, I forgot to
vibrate.
put my 4th device that I have in here is not in D&D. My bad.
But yeah, being in person, you can like actually have that level of, what's the word I'm looking for? Where just camaraderie, a little bit of
Do
like,
you feel like there's a lot of
bouncing ideas off
collaboration
people?
in your industry?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and also just being in an office where like you got off a phone call, it didn't go that great, and like having Jim over there to be like, hey man, blah, 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 what would you do in this scenario? Or what have you done to be getting leads lately? Or what have you done with this? Or should I have handled that? Like having some experience, having whatever. And then also just being there for opportunity. Like sometimes somebody's like, oh, hey, I can't show this house today. Can you go do this? Or can you do that? Or whatever. And having that. And so, but my point in saying that was where we started was that there's just so much wasted time in an office setting too.
100%. There's the 8-hour traditional American 8-hour workday, or even the American 5-day work week. A lot of countries have 3-4-day work weeks.
Yeah.
And a thing that's, I think, becoming more popular is like a 4/10 is a big thing.
Yeah.
But even school is the same way for kids. It's like when we were in school, we went to school from 7 till 3.
Yeah.
And how much of that time did we spend just dicking around outside or doing whatever? And now it's like our kids do school a couple hours a day, and it's just as enriching for them. It's not like they're learning less.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's, hey, all right, you did school. Well, now what? Go
Play.
do something.
Be a kid.
Go play. Yeah. You don't need to just sit in here and, I don't have the data, so I'm not going to reference it, but I saw a thing about how the American education system has just become like free babysitting, basically.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
And the whole like system, everything, it just was set up like our school systems back when they were created was all essentially to get you to work in like the manufacturing industry, or just like when everybody like factory workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so they designed school to like, just like take orders, sit there and stuff. And it was like all in line with like factory workers in that time. I've seen like
To
this
groom
big
them to do that.
correlation just to like,
Yeah.
okay, you did whatever, you've been doing this
Right.
for,
You don't have to think for yourself. You're
your
going to just
school year.
get
Now
put on
you're
an
gonna
assembly line
and
yeah.
just manufacture
That's
product
crazy.
and stuff like that. So it's just, everything is now changing, and you can just see like these kids like making money dancing on TikTok and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the memes, dude. Another meme I saw was something about like going back in time and just dancing in recording yourself dancing in 2020.
Yeah.
If you would have done that, it would have been like the best investment in yourself.
Well, dude, how about just eating on TikTok? Do you know have you heard of mukbang?
Yes.
Okay. That does not seem like that's what that should be, but that's what it is. It's people just filming themselves eating.
Yeah. Mukbang is not like no talking. So that's what it is. It's when you eat
and don't say
you're
anything.
not saying anything. So you're like hearing them eat or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like ASMR or whatever, I guess.
Well, Apple is super into that.
Yeah.
My daughter, Apple.
Yes.
You know who she is. She's super into it. So her and Sarah at night, they'll watch. There's a specific girl that they watch, and she just does that. And at first it was disgusting to me. The sound, I would hear it from the other room, and it just grossed me out. But now I'm intrigued. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I follow,
and I want to eat all the things that she's eating.
Yeah.
So.
I follow one guy in particular, a food guy. And he normally is like rating and reviewing and stuff. And it's so insane, like how like popular those people are. Well, dude, but I love following him. But when he does those mukbangs, I'm just like, dude, I would much prefer you like tell me what you're eating and blah, 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 and where it's from and how good it is and what you would change than just like hearing you chew it. Like,
dude, it's gross. It's a weird society that we have formed at this point,
but
that we
watching it, dude, I remember one time doing a water fast when I did like a 7-day.
100%.
And I would just watch videos like that. It just self-torture.
Yeah.
But I was craving during that time, like all I wanted was junk food. And literally like, that's not something I normally like crave, you know, like I'm talking, all I wanted to eat was like Taco Bell, McDonald's, Jack in the Box. I was like, you know how good that sounds? Just your body's withering away and all you want is a cheesy gordita crunch.
And a Baja Blast.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Anytime I fast, I always watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Oh, shout out Guy.
Yeah. And it's almost like there's hope that you'll eat again, you know? Like food is still going to be here when I'm done with this nonsense, which, craziness.
Can you think of what times that you have fasted, what your go-to has been? Because I feel like normally I don't like end up doing that. Like I normally end up eating just like something normal. And I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to go get a McChicken.
Dude, that reminds me.
And then I end up having like a bowl of pasta or something.
The first time I fasted, this was probably 2007. I did a 7-day fast.
So gnarly.
Just water. No idea what I was doing. It was partially because I was broke and couldn't really eat. So somebody,
it was a forced fast. It wasn't really a fast.
Our pastor at the time was talking about like the power of fasting, and I was like looking at my bank account, and I'm like, well, it seems like a good time to fast. Just a single dude. Yeah, it was right after I graduated high school in 2006.
Okay.
No old man jokes, Phineas. I remember standing in the kitchen with a bag of almonds. And this is like Friday. I was breaking the fast on Sunday night. I remember standing in the kitchen with a bag of almonds in my hand, and I just stuck my nose in the bag of almonds, and I was just smelling the almonds, and I put one in my mouth like I was going to eat it and break my fast. And then I was like,
that is hilarious. Just smelt it like it was a smelling salt.
Yeah.
Like it was
This is an almond. I haven't eaten in 5 days. I'm not going to freaking just blow this over one almond.
Dude, a 7-day is so gnarly. The one time,
and then we went to BJ's,
that.
and I broke it at BJ's Pizza. Whoa. In what was
Lake
the one?
Forest, off El Toro, right?
Yep, off El Toro. Yeah,
that was the go-to.
I had
spot.
one slice of pizza and was full.
Yeah, it's crazy. I used to always get the buffalo chicken pizza from there.
I've fasted several times, and I think usually I won't break it with something gnarly. One of the other times I fasted was after I did that 7-day. I did a 5-day fast, and Sarah and I were babysitting some kids from the church we were going to. We had their kids at our house, at your parents' house on Mosquero. We were watching them, so we weren't married yet. And I remember I was breaking my fast. We were going to go to Thai Bite in Aliso, but I was like, I can't. The parents were taking a long time to get back. They were like an hour late. So I was supposed to break my fast like an hour before, and they were taking forever. So I remember going into the freezer, and for some reason you guys had those
Red Baron pizza.
No, it was like some kind of breakfast taquito. Oh, it was like a breakfast flauta or a breakfast taquito or something like that.
We used to get those.
And I popped it in the microwave.
Nothing's ever tasted so good.
No, I popped it in the microwave and I ate it, and I instantly shit myself. Like literally. TMI, that's what happened. But
like actually sharded?
Actually sharded.
When Sarah was just your girlfriend?
Yep.
That's the worst thing ever.
Yep. That was
nice, man. Good content for the pod. I appreciate the story.
I don't even remember what I did. I think I had like a pair of trunks or something in my truck, but they ended up showing up. I cleaned myself up and we went out to dinner, and it was great. Got some pad thai, crying tiger, little soup
and
action.
That was fine, but the breakfast taquito did it.
Breakfast taquito.
Just shot out.
Just sharded. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. But all that to say, I learned my lesson, and usually when I break a fast, it's with something semi-clean, steak or,
Yeah.
you know, usually I won't do anything like lame, like soup. I feel like soup's kind of lame after you
Yeah.
haven't eaten for 7 days, but my body usually doesn't have any trouble just like getting back into eating. I don't have to like break myself into it.
Yeah.
Like it's
Just
usually
raring
fine.
and ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty gnarly. Doing a 7-day is about, I don't think I could ever go any longer than that. That's as intense as it gets when it's just water.
Didn't Dawn and Brian do 40 days?
I think they did a
Or
Daniel fast though.
Daniel. Yeah.
So I think they were doing some like nuts and maybe a few like berries type thing. But
Right.
yeah, 40 days is insane.
Daniel fast is just a gateway drug to being a vegan, and that's bad. Done that actually.
Yeah, we won't.
2020. We won't go. We'll save that for another one.
Yeah,
that was
dark
a
time in history.
dark time in history.
No beers, no coffee,
No coffee.
vegan.
Went
Like,
meatless.
how could this guy,
There's a lot of ways that conversation could go. That was bad. Yeah, that was not good.
But talking about bad, you've been out of running for
yeah,
a week now, right?
My last run was last Wednesday. I don't know what I did, but I pulled something in my back, and chiropractor says my pelvis is all janked. It's like one side is drooping, a droopy pelvis.
You got a limp pelvis, dude? Come
I got
on,
a limp
man.
pelvis. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Monday last week. It was fine. Tuesday, I noticed a little bit, but I was like, I'm probably just sore. My hips
Yeah.
are probably just tight because obviously we've been hitting it pretty hard. But then Wednesday we shot the podcast. I edited it, went home and ran, and did 7. And
It might have been just from like sitting
it
for
could
a
have been
while or something.
I don't know, but
It's
that 7 miles was harder than the 2 marathons that I've done.
really.
It was
I thought that it hurt when you got back.
no. It hurt in the middle of it. It was like it started to.
Oh,
I could
okay.
feel it. It was
Yeah.
like, and I was on the treadmill, so maybe I was just like, anyway, whatever. But I felt it, and I finished it. It was miserable. But then I came inside and I just laid down on the floor and was like, something's wrong.
That's what's crazy is I don't know obviously if it's like obviously we're getting older now, but we never like ran distance as younger guys. Like, I played sports and stuff, and so did you. We were just young and athletic, but like never actually put a lot of miles on your body. So I have nothing to base it off of, but it is pretty crazy. Like the toll that running has on you. Like some days, like we've both, it happened right now, but like your back gets tweaked like randomly where like you can't walk. You're hunched over. It's gnarly to walk. I've had calf stuff, groin stuff, like, and I'm just like, dude, am I just getting old and brittle or is this just what happens? Like, are we not necessarily supposed to be running? And it's not, but that's the other thing where I'm just like, no, I'm not going to be I'm not going to be a pussy.
Say it with your chest, boy.
It's like, dude,
Yeah.
we got to just man up a little bit. And I'm like, I'm not going to run. And I've
Totally.
found, and we'll get into it now, but like we've said, like just for mental clarity,
Yeah.
the running and just doing something and being active helps so much that like, that's why we both enjoy it. So how's it kind of been not running for and it's only a week, but it sucks, man.
Even like not taking out the fact that we're in the middle of training for a race, right? Taking that component completely out of it and the stress that is adding, that on its own is a whole nother conversation, but just the thing I love about running is we've said before, it's forced meditation.
Yeah.
Right. If you run, even if you're listening to a podcast or listening to music, your brain just goes to another place, and not having that time one day, not a big deal. 2 days, you definitely start to notice it. 3, 4 days, it's like, okay, why am I having all of the thoughts that I'm having. Why am I feeling so overwhelmed? Why am I feeling so anxious? Why am I feeling like the trash needs to be taken out and the sky is falling at the same time? It's like, just take the trash out. Like,
For sure.
Or even just making simple decisions. Like, what shoes do I want to wear? And again, I'm not you. I don't have, 15 pairs of shoes. But do I want to wear my Bluntstones or my Vans? Like, what do I want to do? I don't know.
That's so funny.
And
You're feeling it that much, huh?
yeah, well, so this is the longest I haven't run and not being like, not a choice, like not actively choosing
Yeah.
to,
Take a break.
take a break. So yeah, it's just been gnarly how easily, like, not, I wouldn't say I've been irritable because I haven't been, but I've just been kind of lost in my own thoughts because I don't have that forced
outlet,
time
yeah.
of, okay, these are all the things that I'm thinking about and I'm going to go run for an hour and clear my head.
Yeah.
And even if I don't solve any problems when I'm out running for an hour, it's still, you take an inventory of all of the different things.
Well, it's just
that are,
crazy, dude. It's like, it just shows too, like how, and it goes for men and women, but
Yeah.
I think men in particular, like how we were designed.
Totally.
We need to be we need like exertion.
Yeah.
Like we need, our boys need to be out in fields running. They need to have things to do. They need to be exhausted at the end of the day. They need
Yeah.
to come home from school, work, wherever, tired.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we don't get, even as you're older and things change and we're not
Right.
obviously pro athletes or anything, but like even not having an hour a day to just get ourselves tired. So when we hit our head on the pillow at night, we're ready to sleep.
Totally.
We're ready to, like, you then get anxious. You start thinking about things. Your mind keeps moving. You start to feel down on yourself. You start to feel like, I mean, even for me too, then it's like affects like, oh, well, what am I eating while I'm not working out?
Totally.
What can I do to get this better? How can I stretch? How can I, and then you start to like, okay, well, I need to get this better right away, when sometimes really all your body needs is rest.
Yeah.
But allowing it to have that rest is tough.
And that was the first couple days. It was Thursday, Friday. I'm just going to chill. I'm not going to do anything. I rode the assault bike for a little while, just, something to do. But it wasn't until Saturday when I was coming over to your house to watch the fight.
Yeah. Well, and you missed out on
And
the
I missed a long run.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to be able to combat, or offset the evening, but I'm going to try and do something. So rode the bike and been walking a lot with Sarah. She's been, doing her walks and getting her steps in. And so we've been doing long walks together, which is, I love walking. Walking's great. But it doesn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't,
it's not
doesn't trigger the same thing. So anyway, it's been to the chiropractor, gotten adjusted twice. Hopefully, it'll work itself out. But
how are you feeling today? Is it like improving daily, you think?
It is and it isn't. It'll get better, and then I'll wake up and I'll feel like, okay, I'm good. I'm on the other side of this. Maybe I can run today. And then I get up and start moving around, and it's just like, I feel like I'm walking like this. So we'll see.
And what are we talking here? Is this C4, L1, S5?
No idea. No clue.
Wait, your low back though.
My low back. Yeah. Left side. He said it's my pelvis and my hips.
Is it, are you getting like sciatic pain?
I did get a little bit of sciatica. My foot was going numb for a little while, which was kind of scary.
That's not good.
A little tingly, but that only happened once. It wasn't
He
like
didn't say you had to chop it off.
No, not yet.
I got gangrene.
So anyway, that's all that to say, when you can't run, you take for granted how much, when you get back to it, it's like, okay, my pace doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How many miles I ran today doesn't matter. How many miles I run this month doesn't matter. It's like, I got out and I did it. And to me, I think about like being healthy, not being injured, and being able to run every day and do, 25, 30, 35 miles and feel fine. But obsessing about stupid things like, oh, well, I should have been faster, or
Yeah.
oh, like that split was bad, or oh, my heart rate was too high. All the running memes we see about, all of those things and how insignificant it is. I was telling Sarah yesterday when we were on our walk, I said, I don't ever want to do anything to my body that's going to put me in a place where I can't run because I'm injured. Whether that's like we were talking about overtraining, running too much, find that sweet spot that my body can handle, whatever that is, that mileage, and just do
stay
that.
with that.
Just be able to do it.
Dude, it's tough, but luckily,
And when you add in the time of year too, it's Christmas. December is always a tough time of the year for me in general. And then when you add in this, it's just been, but it's not all bad. I mean, we've got a lot of milestones coming up with life, and Finn's getting a phone. The 13-year-old's getting a cell phone.
That's so crazy to think about
Cannot
that he's
believe
old
it.
enough for
Yep.
that.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want to get him a phone, but with him, he's going to travel by himself for the first time. He's going to go to Nashville to see his homies and see the family that are out there. And he's obviously going with mom and dad, but he has to fly from Sacramento to Santa Ana by himself.
Yeah.
And so we just weren't comfortable sending him into an airport onto a plane with no way to contact us. So that was kind of the thing that pushed us over the edge, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to give it to him tomorrow. And
You think he's going to be super stoked?
well, yeah, because I have been lying to him, and he's
He been asking for it?
he's like, Dad, do you think I'm going to get a phone for Christmas? And I basically straight up told him, no, you're not getting a phone this year. It's not happening. And felt bad about it. Sorry, dude. Had to do it. But so I don't think he's pretty intuitive though. So I think he probably knows the way Sarah and I think that he's going to get one because he's going on a trip.
Yeah. Has he mentioned that part of it? Is he like, am I taking somebody's phone then?
He hasn't, but he's kind of alluded to, well, it'd be a perfect time for me to phone so I can call you guys when I'm gone. Trying to play that card, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to cry or anything when he gets it, but
No, he's definitely not going to cry, but that's sick.
It'll be good for him to do it, and just entering into a new season of parenting with him and all of the things that come with having a phone. And it's just, thank God we can monitor him on a phone. Not that I'm worried he's going to do anything, but I remember being 13, and if I had a phone at 13, it's
there's a lot out there. Well, luckily he's the sweetest, like most innocent kid ever.
Yeah.
So that helps. But yeah, there's a lot out there in this mad world.
So we'll give him that tomorrow, and then he'll go to Nashville with your parents on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, and they'll be there for I think 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, not too long.
Yeah.
They're going out there, and then
then it's Christmas.
Yeah, then they come back,
Can't
come
wait.
straight here, or fly into Orange County and drive back the next day
Yeah.
to be up here, which is
Meatball sandwiches.
wild. Oh yes, our Christmas Eve tradition.
What do we do for
meatball
Christmas?
sandwich.
Food, like for Christmas Day, that we said.
I don't know. I don't think it's been established yet. We have been doing that like roast.
Oh yeah,
like
the
filet
tenderloin
roast.
the filet roast. Yeah.
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 That's what we've done the last couple of years, I think. So maybe that, which that'll be cool. Obviously delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be our first year ever having Christmas morning at our own house.
Yeah.
Well, ever since Sip and I got married,
Come up here.
we've come up here. So we've come up and done Christmas with you guys, stayed at your house, open presents at your house every morning. So this year we've had our own tree and stuff, but like this year we got our tree, we got our stockings up. The kids are getting excited. We've been usually doing like a Christmas movie at night and stuff like that, watching The Grinch. We just watched
Die Hard with the kids.
there you go. We just watched The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, 1 and 2. They had never seen those. I wanted to do, I think we'll watch Jingle All the Way. Do you remember that one?
With Schwarzenegger.
With Schwarzenegger.
We just watched that one the night
I
we got
remember
our
that
tree.
one being good.
Yeah, it's a great one.
That one, and that one's
Who's
fine
it?
for the kids,
What's that guy's
right?
name? Sinbad?
Yeah.
Sinbad?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's like the... isn't he
Mailman?
like- yeah, he's the
Yeah,
mailman,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's fine for the kids, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like anything in that era, even if it's PG
Yeah.
or PG-13 even, is still fine. But you would never let my kids watch a PG-13 movie now.
Yeah, it's all.
It's that the whole rating system is wild. But anyway, yeah, dude. We'll see. We'll see what the next couple weeks, getting into Christmas. And what's the number one thing you're hoping you get for Christmas? Keep it PG.
Dude, honestly, I don't
Another
like.
pair of shoes.
Oh yeah, I'm a big shoe guy. You know that. Big shoe guy.
Yeah. We're actually going to get a shoe cam. We're going to do a fourth camera, and it's going to just be on HUD's feet.
There we
so
go.
you guys can see.
Well, that's for OnlyFans.
I'm also
though.
I think we're going to make him do a fit check every time. So the opening sequence of the podcast will be you doing a fit check, and you have to do like the leg kick.
You gotta
and
do
all
the
that.
leg kick?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, I'm into it.
Real grinny of you.
Show the booty a little bit. Do a spin. Again, you might have to pay for this. There
We
might
are
be
at a point now on Spotify, if anyone is interested, where we are almost ready to start charging for premium memberships to our podcast.
So all 6 of you,
Exclusive content.
I'm gonna need you to put that Amex in on Spotify
Yeah.
and tell them to charge you double.
Well, dude, we're getting some traction. I posted the smelling salts clip on TikTok. We had like 2,000 views in like 20 minutes.
What's up? That's what's up.
I posted the same clip on YouTube as a short, and it didn't do as well, but it still had like 250 views.
yeah.
And then Spotify, we have almost 1,000 interactions from the Spotify homepage. So 1,000 people have seen our podcast.
Yeah.
Not everyone's watched it, so start freaking watching it.
It's been fun to do it for sure.
Yeah.
To actually just sit down and chat and, like we said, make ourselves available, make ourselves seen. Hopefully people here in the city are starting to know who we are, get to know our personalities a little bit. And we can be a resource to those people. So if you're looking for a financial advisor come the new year, looking to buy or sell real estate, we're your boys.
Yeah.
So hit us up. Hope you enjoy the pod. We'll be back next week. And we are starting to round out the year. Come 2025, we'll get some guests on. Should be fun. We're going to keep these going. This one will be out Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th if you're watching this. Yeah. So like and subscribe.
It's John
up
Ellis's
on YouTube.
birthday.
Who's?
John Ellis.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday, John Ellis.
There you go. Awesome, man. Well, enjoy, guys, and we'll be back soon.
Yeah, bye, everybody.